What is up, Hexicans and Pulsinators? Welcome back to another video. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are having a good holiday season. If you want to give me a gift, smash that like button. Will Smith that like button right now. I want to talk about this Pulsechain update. Now Pulsechain potentially could be around the corner. And then I have a good clip of Richard Hart talking about the Grayscale Bitcoin discount. If you don't know what Grayscale is, it's the largest holder of Bitcoin in the world. They hold about 2%. Excluding Satoshi, who has about 5%. And currently through the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, it's basically a proxy investment to buy Bitcoin without buying it off the open market. Why is this bad? Because all the millions and tens and hundreds of millions of dollars that have gone into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust could have been used to pump the price of spot market Bitcoin. And currently right now you can get a Bitcoin through a GBDC for a 40%, 50% discount. So why would anyone with a lot of money be buying raw Bitcoin off the market? But let's get into Pulsechain. Pulsechain update. Working on mods to Lighthouse prerequisite for Beacon Chain Explorer, similar to what was done to make Prism work with our larger integers. Also more AMM fix. And this sums it up. TLDR, unless you're a dev, it's all gibberish. Okay, but it's just good to see Richard posting a little update about Pulsechain. It's a little Christmas gift for everyone. But if you're not a programmer, this doesn't make a lot of sense. A tweet from Katie Power City. She says, why I think Pulsechain is close based off of Richard's update. She says there's no mention of final code changes. You can check the GitHub. Porting of ETH tooling is a later final development phase. Final FixerBot is testing. Done when the chain is finished to test it works as designed. So I think an even better point to add to this, why I personally think Pulsechain could be close. And keep in mind, we've been waiting for about a year and a half at this point. So close to some people might mean next week. In my opinion, 2 to 3 months is close. How many times, if you've been in the Hex community for a while, have you seen Richard boast, as he rightfully should, about the Hex price chart? He said many times, I've heard him, Hex has the best chart in all of crypto. How many times has Richard boasted about his top price calls? Calling the Ethereum top 27 days after the Bitcoin top. He's almost like an oracle in that sense. But I bring this up to say the man prides himself on knowing when the market's going to move. Maybe he's a market maker. Maybe he's just really intelligent when it comes to technical and fundamental analysis. Maybe Pulsechain is still in the works. They're still working on issues. But if we had launched Pulsechain 5 months ago, it would be dumping like everything else. Pulsechain is not decorrelated from the broader crypto market. And with how the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates faster than they've ever raised them in history, it's going to be catastrophic to the global economic market. And crypto is a risk-on asset, so crypto will get wrecked even harder. Now, what Richard's been saying recently in a variety of interviews is that he believes the bottom is close. Right? He talks about how this bear market, even though the macro situation is bad, this bear market's no different than the rest. People have asked, hey, do you think this market might be different this time because everything else going on? And he said no. And if you look at the past 2 bear markets, 3 bear markets, they've lasted around the same amount of time that we've currently been in a bear market for, like 350 to 400 days. So I have no idea when it ends, but Richard, who's called a lot of spot-on price calls, he said it's close. The bottom is close. I wouldn't be surprised if the Fed pivots and maybe Q1 2023, Q2 2023. What a perfect time to launch. Doesn't mean we go back into a bull market when the bear ends. Maybe we go sideways and up slowly. But as long as it's not getting wrecked, then it gives Pulsechain the opportunity to grow. I wasn't there for Hex's launch, but I believe Hex also launched in a bear market, and it turned out to do pretty well. So I have an opinion that Richard Hart, maybe he's not waiting. Pulsechain's still being worked on, but I don't think he feels rushed because he has an idea in his mind when the market will bottom, and I do believe he wants to launch as close to the bottom as possible to maximize gains and to make that chart look as beautiful as possible. He has one great chart with Hex, and with PLS and PLSX in the future, he hopes to have 2 more good charts. I really do believe that. And now for a clip from the recent Paul Barron network. interview talking about the Grayscale Bitcoin discount.
Yeah, where do you think
I wish
GBTC
people
is
would
going to
listen to me,
go?
dude.
Where do you feel like this is going to go in the next here? This was your tweet, you know. What do you think about this? I mean, obviously you're talking about it right there,
I think
but
that's
my point
going to
is for
continue to steal
2023.
buy pressure from Bitcoin.
Yeah, how far
Well,
down do we see this in terms of a discount?
I don't know, man. It's
Come
really
on,
hard
Richard.
to say. Well, I told everyone, look, if you think a 10% discount's a good deal, you're going to feel really bad when the discount gets lower and Bitcoin also drops at the same time.
Yeah.
And like an oscillating indicator, it can ride that and make lower, like it can just ride the bottom and keep going.
All right.
So it's, a lot of people probably thought they were buying a good dip.
Right.
And now Bitcoin dropped in half and the premium dropped in half. So now you're down half twice. Now you're down 75%. So it's,
what do you
if you
think
can't
is
arbitrage it by redeeming, which you can't, then you either have to do a hostile takeover and get control of being able to sell the coins on market to arb the difference. And I would need to look at the internal corporate structure and see if they can poison pill it or what the angles are to prevent the corporate takeover. Because, I mean, think about it. They hold 3% of the Bitcoin supply.
Largest.
How much, you just do the math. Yeah, they're the largest holder. So, I mean, next to Satoshi, I guess. Satoshi's got 5%.
Yeah.
If you do the math and you're like, well, how much will the market dump when we try and murder it with this 3%, which is probably like 20% of all the available tradable coins.
All right.
It's the problem with making a prediction in that environment is I don't know the corporate governance. It's very in-depth paperwork, and I don't know what counterplay they have.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just more sell pressure. Okay, it either absorbs all the buy pressure that Legacy was going to give, because why not buy at a discount when it's usually 20% premium? Cool. Or, I mean, the answer to that is maybe ETF comes. Hold your breath.
That would be definitely.
Or you have to liquidate it. And either way, it's sell pressure. It's either sell pressure by absorbing all the buys and not moving up the spot price at all, or it's sell pressure by actually doing ARB and taking the coins and dumping them on the market. Either way, it's all bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
There's no possible upside at all. There's no possible upside from an absolute metric buttload of new supply.
And there you guys go. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, comment cheese below so I know you finished the video. It helps the channel a lot. So appreciate you guys, loyal viewers. Comment cheese below. And if you're watching tomorrow, Merry Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. God bless you all. Until next time.